What is up, guys? It's your boy Paul coming at you with another video today. Today I want to talk to you guys about a little bit deeper of a subject today. And essentially the message is, what is the point of it all, right? This is not going to cover what's the point of life, because that's another topic for another day. But in regards to goals, why have them? Why do them? Why strive? Why work hard? Why put ourselves out there? This is the question. And let me tell you why I'm making a video about this. Studies have shown when it comes to being happy that, yes, if you don't have enough money to meet your most basic needs, yes, there's going to be some problems there, right? And then it's like for the people who are just meeting their needs, they're still a little not content because there's a few things that they want in life, but they just can't have them because they're just getting by, right? They have a little extra, but not enough to go play around with. Then you have the people who are way out there, who are like, they're good to go. They can buy and do pretty much anything that they want, right? And then, it shows that like it's the people who have like 20% more, 30% more than what they actually need, that those tend to be the happiest people because they're content. They don't have overload where it's like, I can buy anything, so now nothing means anything to me more because I can buy it all. It's pretty much free to me. But they have a little bit of money to go do some extra things, right? So there's one example of why you pursue things. Not saying it's the reason, but there's one example, right? And it's really just this question of why, what's the point of it all? If it's just to get a little bit more money or to go to X and Y place or to buy, whatever X thing, what's the point of it all? This is such an important question that you have to ask yourself because look, it's just a reality of it that the majority of people walking this earth are not overachievers, right? Majority of people are not overachievers, and that's okay. That's okay. But when really asking yourself, why am I doing what I'm trying to do? What's all that's going to come to whenever I achieve the goals that I'm trying to achieve? And you see, I've had to ask myself this question too because in looking at those studies, I'm like, okay, I know I could have, my basic needs met. I could just go get a job to do that. Now, depending on what job I want, would depend on how much work I need to put up front. Depending on if I want my needs met or a little bit more. But no job itself is going to get you rich. Let's be clear on that. No job itself is going to get you like rich, unless you're making high, decent six figures and then also living off $30,000 to $40,000 a year. Yes, then if you invest wisely and start young, yes, you could get pretty wealthy. But I had to ask myself these questions, right? I had to say, what's the point of it all if I were to do these things? I'm not asking what's the point of life. I like I said, I have another video for that for another day. But what's the point of me going big? Why go big? Why not settle for enough, right? Because that's the question. What is enough, right? And if you are pursuing more than enough, are you pursuing those things in vain? Or what are you actually pursuing when you're pursuing more? Are you really saying, hey, I just want to pursue more to get more money? What you'll find is that if you study like a lot of wealthy people, very, very few of them are doing it just to get more money. Because you'll very quickly realize that doesn't do anything for you. Okay, great, you got $1 million in the bank. You're like, okay, wow, I can buy pretty much anything that I want within reason, obviously. So what's the point of it all? What's the point of it all? Why choose to have my goals here instead of having them here, where here is enough and some people are still getting served? Look, that's the question. That's the question. And that's the question that you're going to be asking yourself in your journey for whatever it is. Are you going to work out or are you going to try and do a race one day? Are you going to, work out just to stay fit? Or are you going to try and contribute and give back in some way? Are you going to open your own business just to pay the bills and feed your family? or are you going to open a business to make a change in the world, right? Are you going to write the book just because you want to write the book, or are you going to write the book to change someone's life, you know? And are you going to write the book, and are you going to hire a team of marketers to put everything out there because you want the impact to be huge? You don't just want to write a book and say, great, I wrote a book, right? So what is the point of going big? Why go big? Should I go big? What would be the point of me putting in that much more effort that it takes, that much more resources, that much more time, that much more money? Why? Why do it? Look, here's my answer. And I want you to be able to answer it on your own as well. But this is why, which side note, this is why I'm doing these videos. Because if I was just settling just for enough and I just wanted it, there'd be no reason at all for me to do these videos. This is not even, this is a thing that I just want to do to go above and beyond and give back. And look, whatever benefit this gives you, great. But I'm doing this because this is a plus one for me. This is not a necessary thing that I have to do in order to get to where I'm going to go. But so for the answer for me, Paul, why are you going to dedicate so much time to the things that you're trying to do when you could be completely comfortable living off, $60,000, $80,000 a year? You can be fine with that. You live within your means, and you'll pay the bills. You'll be able to go on a trip or two, and you'll eat every day. Why put yourself through the stress that you're going to go through? Why put your money at risk? Why put all that extra time in when you can spend it somewhere else? Look, here's my simple answer. Here is the answer that I've come to as far as why I'm going to dedicate the next 10 to 15 years, as far as what I can see of my life, into going hard into a few of the endeavors that I have before me. And then talking about after that, that's a whole nother story. But I hope I run even harder there. But essentially it's this. I'm choosing to, and I'm wanting to go above and beyond compared to what I did with my landscaping business, where it was great. It fed me, it did all the stuff. I had a vehicle, I was able to pay people. I serviced people. Great. But I was not affecting thousands and millions of people. I have realized, with the way my personality works, I've done a lot of tests, and I've talked to a lot of people with a lot of things. I am motivated by helping others achieve whatever they want to achieve. Anytime I thought about myself is when, guess how much work I did? Zero. When I think about doing the things that I want to do, I get so unmotivated when it's only for me. And so something that I've learned about myself is that I love helping others get to where they're wanting to go. Whatever that may be, I love being a voice for it. I love explaining things. I love teaching. I love getting person from from A to B. I love that. That's something that motivates me. And so I've said, okay, if I am wired that way, and that gives me happiness and purpose and meaning, why would I do any less of it? Right? So for me, it's not the money that gets me excited. It's not the cars or the trips or whatever. It's taking someone from A to B. This is why I love sharing my faith. This is why I love sharing business principles. This is why I love just teaching life principles, and that I still have a ton to learn in all of those areas. But I can't wait until I'm 50 to put one thing out there. I'm sure if you're watching this video or you've seen any of the others, by now, hopefully, you maybe have gotten one thing. That is my hope, that you maybe have gotten one thing. But it would be so foolish for me to say, I have to wait until to share my faith. I have to wait until to start a business. I have to wait until to show someone how to start a business, or to show someone how to get clients for whatever. That is so foolish. And so I'm like, okay, if I am motivated in this way, I want to do it big. That would make me feel so good, and along the way I get to see people's lives changed. And that completely motivates me. And that motivates me so much to the point of where I'm going to say, I'm willing to give up more of my time because I've already said this. When I only think about me, when I'm only doing me, I literally get less satisfaction out of that. And so for me, it logically and emotionally makes sense. Even if it's costing me more of my time, which is everyone's most precious resource, I get more satisfaction out of that. And so even if my work requires me to do more, I'm doing the thing that I love compared to not influencing and compared to not helping people. So why would I be selfish with my time and do less, right? And so that is the basic level of it. That is the basic level of why I'm saying I want to go big. Basic level, okay? There are multiple levels that I've tiered into why I'm going to do what I'm wanting to do, and I'll probably cover that in other videos as well. But this video is not solely about me, so that's why I'm going to stop it there. I gave that illustration to say, look, this is how I process it. This is how I thought about it. I see what I've done in the past, right? I saw that model. I saw how much influence it gave me, right? I had a while off now between that business and, where I am now. I saw what happened in between. I didn't really affect anyone. I didn't really do anything. I spent a lot of time reading, and that was good, but did I feel like I was living my life's purpose at all? No. I felt like I was avoiding it and running away from it in a lot of ways. And so I had to process all these things. What do I want, Paul? Because you're at a start over point in your life. What do you want? Do you want another thing like your landscaping business? Do you want something where you're tied up like that? Like, do you want to go bigger? Do you want smaller? Do you want medium? What do you want? And so this is how I had to process. I had to understand how I'm wired and what am I willing to give up in relation to what I'm wanting. Because that's the question. And that's essentially what I'm asking you. What is the point of it all? What is the point of you trying to go big or you staying small? Either way, you have to ask a point. What is the point of you doing what you're doing? What is the point of you doing? What is the point of you keeping things small? You ever ask that question? Could it perhaps actually be selfish to keep things small? You got to ask this question because I'm not for or against any of the options. It is how you've been created and what your desires are, right? So I don't know what gifts God has given you. I don't know what, desires he's given you. But this is the question that you got to ask. Because I'm not trying to live a life where I say, hey, I'm going to rule everything. Like I am the most important person in my life. I don't view myself as that. I actually don't view myself even close to that. Right? And so I had to ask in light of what I feel God has given me, in light of what is up, guys? We're picking up here on my computer right now because my phone just went out. So to pick up where we left off, that is the process of how I've come to where I am now and why I'm choosing to go for more. I hope that makes sense as far as why I am, but I wanted to share this video with you guys so you guys can start thinking for yourself, what is the point of it all? What's the point of me going small? What's the point of me going big? What's the point of me, kind of going somewhere in the middle? But I just wanted to give that perspective. I want to get you guys thinking as far as asking yourself, what is the point? Why am I doing exactly what I'm doing now? And look, if you've come to the conclusion that you're doing the right thing, great, keep doing it even if it is small. Like I said, I'm not for or against any of the positions. You just got to know yourself. You got to know what gifts you've been given, and you got to know why you're doing what you're doing. Okay? So I just wanted to get you guys thinking about this. If this helped at all, or if you guys have something to say about this, leave it down in the comments below. Give it a thumbs up. As always, if you know anyone who could use this as well, feel free to share this video with them. Subscribe and tune in for more videos as they come along. All right, see you guys.